Hi, Alexandre. Nice to
Tasha.
meet you here.
Nice to meet you too, here in Paris, my hometown.
Yeah, exactly. Can you share us about the first impressions of the last 2 days?
So I would say a couple of things. First of all, there is clear excitement around the auto industry. You could see it from the number of products that are being showcased, much stronger presence of automakers than 2 years ago and than some other auto shows. You have the French, obviously, you have the Germans, you have some Chinese that came over here, and you could see a range of new products that are being launched.
Okay.
And also, what you could see is that clearly everybody has electric vehicle on their minds. You see a true offensive of products, whether it be from Stellantis, from Renault, from BMW, from Volkswagen, and from Leapmotor as well, from China or BYD, that they are ready to get after the NEV market, the EV market. Furthermore, you could also see that there are a number of products that are a bit more discreet, but that are still strong in there, which are the internal combustion engine vehicles as well. Hybrid, plug-in hybrid, the entire range is there to be shown in the Paris Motor Show.
In terms of what you saw here at the show, can you identify some trends for the whole automotive?
Yes, so clearly the key point that we're hearing about is affordable electric vehicles. You have a number of new products that are being launched to be there for the affordable range. So we can talk about Renault launching the Renault 5, but also showcasing its future Twingo, which is in the lower range as well and supposed to be focused on affordable EVs. You can also look at Stellantis with the EC3, the Leap Motors, and you can even talk about Volkswagen. I wouldn't talk about the premium German brands, while also there to show a strong showing in terms of electric vehicle, but I would say that clearly the trend is getting mass market adoption towards electric vehicle. Furthermore, if you look at the Chinese, because China has always been at the forefront of mass market adoption of electric vehicle, there are clearly some interesting products out there. I'm thinking about the Leapmotor T03, obviously, but there is also Xpeng and there is also BYD that are there. A bit more discreet, but their products are there for you to see.
What effect is there for the French market, especially from the French manufacturers?
So I think really what the Mondial is about building passion again for the automotive industry. I think that from a long time we've been talking about the automotive industry as a mobility industry that's facing a transition that's being difficult. And what you could see around here is a lot of passion, a lot of wanting to push for more liking of the automotive industry and especially on the French automakers as well. Clearly there has been some discussions along the lines that the French people are interested in keeping their personal mobility. It's important for them. So the objective of this Paris Auto Show is to also recreate or reboost this passion for the electric vehicle and the mobility as well. And we anticipate that it will have some effect if it will be successful, if people start to see the mobility and the automakers as in a positive light.
Maybe you can share with us your highlights, or maybe something you said it's disappointing for me.
I would say, so first of all, as a former Renault employee, I would say that one of my highlights is obviously the launch of the new Renault 5, which has been expected for a couple of years, and now being able to see that car on the streets in the show is just amazing. I also had an old Renault 5 when I was a kid, so obviously it brings a lot of memories. The other personal highlight is obviously the EC3, which is a very different philosophy than the Renault 5, but we have to see how both vehicles will enter in the market. Now, more on the disappointing side, I would tell you that for me, and it's not necessarily for the big automakers, but I do really see a challenge when it comes to mobility related to the price. So I saw a small vehicle being priced more than 20,000 euros. Very, very small vehicle from without driver's license, not the traditional OEM. To me, it's a bit of a surprising question because I think it really begs the question along the lines of how will these products succeed in the market?
Okay, once again, one question again. Maybe if you look in the future, in parts of events, how will we see the motor show in 2, 4, or 6 years?
I think it really is dependent on how the transition towards electrification goes along the side. From our standpoint, I would say that I've seen a lot of excitement growing from the past 2 years. I do hope, as a guy that's very much into automotive industry, that it will continue, and that in the next 2-4 years we'll have cracked the code to be able to provide this a clear path towards the transition towards electric vehicle.
Okay. Thank you, Alexandre, and have a
Thank you,
great time
Sasha.
here in Paris. In your own